Hello, welcome to Lamplight Tarot. This is a general reading for Taurus. It's based on the 12 houses of the zodiac in astrology. So again, this is a general reading for Taurus. This could be your sun, moon, or rising sign. If this video doesn't relate to you, you could try any other ones depending on your other signs. So this is for the month of November as well, 2017. Wow. Okay, there we go. Already we have a few. So what is in store for Taurus for November of 2017? And sixth. And 12th. Okay. So down below we have the first 6 signs or houses of astrology. They reflect the inner nature of what's going on. And then we have the top 12, which are the external parts. So first I'll actually start with the 12th house. This is the house associated with Pisces. So this often has everything else combined into it. It often reflects issues we have to confront or pay attention to. So we start with the 4 of Wands in reverse. So this is generally something that has been celebrated prematurely or didn't quite go as planned. So here, if you want to take a look at it there. First house, we have the 7 of Wands. So the first house is associated with ourselves and our self-image and kind of first impressions. And the 7 of Wands is a card of defense. And defending yourself or perhaps other people. Second house is your immediate environment and your communication with it. Or second house is associated with Taurus, my apologies. So that's internal values, what's important to us internally. And we have the star here, so obviously this is something very important. This is a hope, a wish that we have in mind here in general. Third house, we have the 9 of coins or 9 of pentacles. So there's the second house and then the third house, sorry. So third house, 9 of pentacles. So this is definitely a good beneficial card in general. Third house is of the environment and our communication. So this is probably a beneficial thought or idea of an internal perception that we have that's going on. Obviously, second house there, it's a wish, most often or most likely for a dream that we have. We're probably speaking about it. Though 6 of Wands here in our 4th house. 4th house is of internal security. It's kind of our how secure we are in our home kind of idea. We have the 6 of Wands in reverse. So this isn't very pleasant. It's not bad. 6 of Wands upright is joy and kind of completion. It's victory, but here it's quite the opposite, or perhaps like our 12th house suggests, something that's been maybe perceived to be not quite there yet, or celebrated prematurely. Maybe we're jumping to conclusions. That's kind of what I'm getting. So 5th house, this is individuality and or self-expression. And here we have the death in reverse. This is basically the same as the upright. It just signifies a change that is definitely needed and important. So we'll see more about that. 11th house, the opposite, friends and large groups. We have the Fool. So this could be associated with a group of people in some way. Now 6th house is health and also work, also routines throughout the day that we have. And we have the King of Coins in reverse here. So this is mismanaged finances in some way, maybe overindulgence in some aspect. It could also be a person at work, possibly a man or woman. It doesn't have to be a man, it's just stating the characteristics. So King of Coins reversed. So this person is kind of slowly moving and thought process. Maybe they hold some internal insecurity of their own that might be not fun to deal with or be around in general. So 7th house, this is of relationships. It's opposite of our 1st house here. So 1st house is our self and how we perceive ourselves, and this is the 7th house. This is our relationships and also contacts. It doesn't have to be romantic. It's friends, possibly work colleagues as well. And we have the Sun in reverse. So the Sun in reverse is obviously unhappiness in the way that I see it. So we're unhappy with some relationship here, someone or something, possibly this King of Coins at work, is holding you back from something you want to achieve at work, something you deserve or you feel like you deserve. They're definitely holding you back to some regard. After that, we have the 8th house. So the 8th house is of transformation. So if we want to approach this in the positive light, the 8th house is where we look. It's definitely a transformative, deep, and also very painful place at times. Not necessarily, but at times. So we have the King of Cups in reverse here, or sorry, Knight of Cups, my apologies. So Knight of Cups reverse is someone who could be emotionally manipulative. It doesn't have to be a person. In my idea, it is. Perhaps this person has caused issue or harm. To me, it is actually another person. That's all I'm seeing. So perhaps we need to be a little bit objective with this person emotionally and ourselves and work out ways to separate how we feel. So the 8th house is opposite the 2nd house of internal securities, internal values. So things we hold dear, and opposite that we have the Knight of Cups. So this person obviously is trying to manipulate you and the things that are important to you to get at what they want, possibly, or for whatever reason they could hold a grudge. I'm not entirely sure, but next is the 9th house. So the 9th house is associated with higher learning, often philosophy, religion, and also travel. That's opposite our 3rd house. So if our 3rd house is associated with the environment and our internal perceptions of that environment, the 9th house is other ideas or external aspects or perceptions, beliefs, thoughts about the environment in general. This could be the universe. That's why it's associated with religion. So with the Ace of Cups here, obviously we have some internal belief that we know, that we hold, that's important to us, and this gives us great strength. And it could be urging you to explore further with this, perhaps to deal with this Knight of Cups. This is also a cup card. it's pushing us, maybe I feel like, to be more rational about what we're doing. Here we have obviously emotions that are hurtful and disappointing, but I think the focus is on whatever you have in mind, this dream. Focus on that. Don't focus on the unfulfillment in this person. That's irrelevant. Obviously, this is supposed to teach you something about yourself and maybe even the other person in general. So after that, we have the 10th house. So this is work, the structures in our life, how people see us or perceive us. Like acquaintances, it's how we're viewed on a large scale. So opposite the 10th house is the 4th house. So if the 4th house is kind of the family within the home and the relationships within it, the stability, as a metaphor, the 10th house is the structure, the actual home itself, the wood, even the paint and the doors, the insulation, the things that keeps us safe. So with the Ace of Coins here, this is good. This is a very good card. So to me, this is a job you might be seeking, or could be entrepreneurial as well. It could even be associated with school as well, because there's a lot of learning here and it's beneficial. And it's in line with what you feel and what you believe in, and that's good. The structure is holding up. It's there for you. It's just that we have to turn inward and see maybe where we're missing something and how we're holding ourselves back. So 11th house, we have the Fool here. So I previously said the 11th house is large social structures, so friends, organizations, groups. And also humanitarian causes, possibly. And that's opposite the 5th house, the individual. So individually here we see a necessary transformation within ourselves, or the way we express ourselves. Could be directed at this person. Maybe we unintentionally hurt this person in some way. Or maybe it's in the way that we express how we feel that needs to be changed. And this 11th house is telling you, be yourself within a social group. No one's perfect. You're not going to be liked by everyone. The Fool is a very naive card, but it's also free-spirited. It's a person just being themselves without any regard to anyone else. Not disrespectful, but kind of jumping into the lake per se, rather than walking in slowly. You know, they're ready for an adventure. They're leaping forward and excited. And then that brings us back to the 12th house. The 12th house, again, is a combination of everything. Generally speaking, it could be associated with karma as well, but mainly those deep parts of ourselves that we often miss or don't see. So maybe we just need to think about our idea or our security on what we're seeking, what we're pushing forward with. Just be careful. I don't see anything majorly bad happening yet. I see you defending yourself rightfully from people who are bringing you unhappiness. But don't assume you've won either. Don't assume this is a war. Don't assume this is a fight in some sort. Be patient, be compassionate. I know it's within you, and often we have to be patient and compassionate with the people who cause us harm. Otherwise, neither one of us may learn and the other won't, and they'll continue on hurting someone else. And if we take the time to be understanding, then we can move forward, and everyone learns and everyone gains. That's my 2 cents, though. I hope you've enjoyed the reading. If you have, you liked the video, that would really help. I think, yeah, that's about all. Take care and have a good day.